Okay, welcome to another cartoon drawing video from howtodrawcartooncharacters.net. In this video I'm going to draw my version, or one of my versions, of a fish. Maybe an angry goldfish. Okay, so here's just one example. Again, if you've seen my other videos, I always start with pencil. I know it might seem a little slower process than that. The thing is that unless you're just sketching and you don't care if you make mistakes, pencil's the best way to go because at least you can erase your mistakes. This pencil is just a number 5B. It's more for shading, I believe, but you know, as long as you've got an eraser, any pencil will really work. It's just obviously certain pencils are going to give you a darker line, some are going to give you be more ideal for shading. Some are going to have much harder lead, so you're going to have to press hard to get a decent line. But any pencil will really do. You don't have to press too hard because you're just sketching out the rough idea of your character. I'm going to press a little harder because I tend to do that when I have pencil anyways, but just for the sake of you guys being able to see it on video. And then I'll go over it with my black Sharpie marker, which is a permanent marker. It's a fine point marker that kind of makes the character pop after. So this will be a kind of a angry looking goldfish. So what I would do, this is how I would start out, is I would draw I start with the eyes. One eye would come down like that. So it almost looks like that, that kind of shape right there. And then it would continue over here and go up. Maybe make the other eye just a little bit smaller. And have it come down basically the same shape as the other side. And then meet in the middle like that. So it almost looks like a bow tie. Or a squished down 8. Laying on its side. So anyways, so that's a general idea for the eyes. What I would do is I would put pupil there, and a pupil there. Again, this is all just in pencil right now, so this is we're going to clean this up and do stuff to it when we trace it with the black Sharpie marker. But at the top of the eye up here, I would continue this line and kind of make a hood off that. It's almost like an eyebrow. Right, and then this side you could do a little bit of the same if you wanted to, come up and then just do a slight one. Just gives a little bit of depth. So starting off this hood shape here, what I would do is I would come up here, I would make that into like an eyebrow, an arched eyebrow. I would come down like that there, just about at the level of the eyes. Then I would kind of try and come up with a shape of what I think a fish would look like, staring at you straight on. So it's kind of that shape. It's almost like a football shape, kind of connecting at those spots just below the eyes. Come like that, and then I would go up from here. Maybe not make it connect to the eye, but just kind of outline the eye just to give a little bit of the side of the face there. Come up, make another raised eyebrow and just come down like that. Then do the top of the head, which doesn't have to be perfect. Just make it come like that and come down. So, doesn't really look like much right now, but when you start adding a few details, so what I would do is I would do something like this. I would do this on the top, create a line up, and go back following the shape of the top of the head, so it almost looks like a shark's fin on top. And I just do something like this, put a line, another line. Just kind of create the idea of like a fin or something on top. So we've got the general idea of the shape of the fish looking at you straight on. He's not looking too happy. So you want to make him look even less happy. It comes down to the mouth, because as a fish, we're going to make his mouth fairly broad. Come down like that. Because fish tend to be a lot of mouth in the front. Then I would put a little line underneath like that, kind of on a bit of an angle to make it look like he's kind of pursing his lips a bit. Put a couple fins. At the side, I mean, this looks kind of rough, but when you see the finished product, it always looks so much better. So that's the general idea right there. And then off the side, just something simple. This is what I would do for a funny looking fish. Something like that. Come down. Almost looks like a pair of ears or something that you would do on the top of a dog's head, but really it's just going to be give the idea of there being fins. So that. We got a couple fins, and then to finish it off, I would do something like put a few bubbles. Now that the general idea of the fish is there, you just go over it with your Sharpie, and that's when things really start looking as they should. So again, you got to remember the highlights for the eyes. You always want to have the highlights in the generally in the same area. I find sometimes things don't look as good, or most times things don't look nowhere near as good in pencil when you've just sketched it as they can when you've done them in black marker. It just seems to make things pop more. So, and if there's any lines that you don't want, you can just leave them out or whatever and erase them after. That's one of the things about using black marker to go over your pencil lines. And I just trace the whole thing. And then after, when you're all done, you just erase your pencil lines. So, I mean, if I really didn't like some of my lines, I could just put my own line in black marker and then erase the pencil lines. Because, like I said, the black permanent marker, dries so fast that when you erase your pencil lines after, it's not going to cause an issue with smudging or anything like that. Shouldn't, especially if you have any doubts, you just give it a few minutes to make sure it's dry. But I mean, I've never had any issues. Drawing the bubbles here. And there you go. Got yourself a grumpy, angry looking goldfish. So that's just my style again. Like I said, and like I say in every video, there's probably a million different ways that somebody would draw a cartoon goldfish. So we all know that. We all have our own styles, and that's it. So if you have any more things that you're looking for, any more cartoon drawings or tutorials or information, and you're looking for some ideas or looking for some good videos, you can check us out at howtodrawcartooncharacters.net and see the information that we have on there. And just keep in mind that any of these characters like this too, you can take this now and you could scan this into your computer system. You could bring it into a program like Photoshop or something similar. And on different layers, you could start coloring this, and then you would have a whole different effect. Have a colored character, or you could just draw it the way it is now, color it with marker or paint or watercolor or whatever you wanted to, and keep it and build yourself a little portfolio of work. So anyways, we hope to see you on our site and check out more of our videos. Thank you.